Hello and welcome to Evaluate This. I'm Andrew Fryer, and in this short screencast I'm going to show you storage migration in Hyper-V in Windows Server 2012. In order to do that, I've got a physical host here, London 2. It's running a virtual machine called London SQL. That's called London SQL because it's running SQL Server. I've also got a special application here to thrash this box by executing a complicated SQL query again and again. I'll just kick that off and then minimize this so you can see it's running away. If I now look at the settings of my virtual machine, you can see it's got a hard drive on here, and if we inspect it you can see that it's on my local E drive, as are the other parts that make up a virtual machine, the metadata, snapshots and so on and so forth. And what I propose to do now is move all of that using storage migration. So I just go to Move and move the virtual machine storage. I'm just going to move everything to one location. And in an earlier video in this series, Evaluate This, I created a highly available file server specifically designed to store and run virtual machines. And that's what I'm going to use for this demonstration. If you want to see how that was made, please click on the link below. But for now, all I need to do is select it, click Finish, and it's going to tick away. And now if I cunningly arrange my virtual desktops, you can see that the move is happening on the host while SQL Server is continuing to execute. This is going to take a couple of minutes to run, so I've speeded up the video. While we're waiting, why do we want to do this anyway? Well, you might be moving a virtual machine that's suddenly become mission critical to your organization onto a SAN. You might have a virtual machine that's already on a SAN and you want to move it somewhere else, but keep it alive while you're doing it without affecting the users. And what's going on in the background here is much like every other kind of live migration. The state changes are being copied to the new storage location. And of course, while that copy has been going on, some of the original source machine will have changed. So we need to go back and find out what's changed, then copy that. And while that's happened, a smaller amount of change has occurred, and we keep looping through that process until the change becomes infinitesimal, and then we can swap over to the new location. And that's now completed. And now if I go to the settings of my virtual machine and inspect my hard disk, you can see that it's now gone to my highly available file server, HA file server. And the only other thing to show you is that in Hyper-V settings you can elect how many simultaneous storage migrations you want to perform by changing this property here. So it's all pretty easy to set up. You're going to need a copy of Windows Server 2012 Evaluation, which you can download from the link below, and some hardware of course. I've been Andrew Fryer. Thank you very much for listening.